Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I hope that you're all doing good tonight. We have a couple of brand new topics to discuss, a couple of topics that I've wanted to talk about over the past couple days that I haven't gotten a chance to. I know that it's Wednesday and usually my discussion streams are on like Monday or Tuesday, but I'm here. Don't say I never live streamed on a Wednesday for you guys. I actually used to live stream a lot on Wednesdays. And then I just stopped live streaming on Wednesdays. I don't remember why. Oh, I feel like it was because a lot of political channels used to go on Wednesdays, and I know everyone's all about their, political commentators, and that's cool. But I felt like live streaming on Wednesdays wasn't optimal. Guys, let me know how the volume is. My brain is not working today, and I always have a number that I put my PC volume at. I want to say it's around this because there's two different volume levels that I have to play with, and there's always a number and I don't remember the number. Do I have it written down? No. Don't look at me. Professional streamer though. Very professional. But hi guys, how you all doing? I hope you're all doing good. Wednesday is a forgettable day. I agree with that. I feel like Wednesdays are just like, they're not the beginning of the week, they're not the end of the week, they're just kind of there. Kind of sucks. Volume is good. I just want to make sure that you can hear my voice over the music. Music is louder than normal. Okay, I'll turn the music down a little bit more, but a lot of people are saying it sounds good. With the background music compared to my voice, let me know how it is. But hi guys, how you all doing tonight? We have some interesting topics to discuss. We are going to be talking about Bryan Cranston condemning cancel culture. There's not enough actors in this universe who condemn things like cancel culture, and it is so refreshing to see an actor, especially a bigger, very well-known actor who's been in a lot of things like Bryan Cranston, come out and say, fuck cancel culture, basically. Too many actors and actresses agree with cancel culture and think that cancel culture is okay. There's no problems with cancel culture. And obviously, I highly disagree with that. I think that cancel culture sucks. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about GTA 6. Now, GTA 6 is something I feel like we're still not gonna get for another, 5 years, 10 years. I feel like GTA 6 is barely even anything. I feel like it doesn't even exist more than a concept. I feel like we're not going to get GTA 6 for a long time, but there is a little bit of a rumor with Grand Theft Auto 6, and that is how apparently a rumor is saying that it is going to be featuring a female protagonist. Now, I don't actually think that that would be bad instantly. I don't think that would necessarily be bad. But I think that it's definitely not what a lot of people would expect, especially from a Grand Theft Auto. We're also going to be talking about something that was just announced that is really interesting. Is it that surprising that this is happening? No. But I feel like this is just something that we weren't expecting right now, and that is that Lucasfilms is kind of breaking up with EA. Now, as a lot of you guys know, EA has had exclusivity for Star Wars games for many years now, but now Lucasfilm Games is teaming with a couple of different companies to make some new Star Wars games. And I feel like there's definitely been a couple of good EA Star Wars games. I don't want to say that there hasn't been any good Star Wars games from EA, because there have been a couple, but I feel like the majority of the time EA Star Wars games are just not good. And I'm a little bit worried because, yeah, they're kind of kicking EA to the curb, but they're also going to companies like Ubisoft, which I don't know if I have faith in Ubisoft. Maybe some of you guys do, but I feel like for me personally, Ubisoft is gonna be a pass. The EA contract was only till 2023. We'll get into that, right? It's not like it wasn't not expected, because obviously two companies aren't going to work together forever in this capacity. EA and Lucasfilm Games were never going to work together forever. There was going to be other Star Wars games from other companies. Just the timing of it is pretty interesting. And the other topic that we're going to be discussing tonight is a rumor about Star Wars. Now, I've talked a lot about Star Wars rumors lately, and some of them, as you guys know, some of them I've believed, and there's also been a couple of Star Wars rumors which I just feel like I haven't believed, but this one, in my opinion, is extremely believable, and it's that Jon Favreau is rumored to be protecting Gina Carano from being fired. Now, I like Gina Carano. I know a lot of you guys like Gina Carano. She's a really good actress. She did a great job with Cara Dune, but she's a very opinionated woman. And we know that in Hollywood, you can't be an opinionated person or you get fired from all of your jobs, you lose all of your roles, and it ends up being a shit show for you. At least from everything that we've seen. And I'm gonna be honest, there's been a lot of people who have attacked Gina Carano and who have tried to get her fired from The Mandalorian and just the Star Wars franchise in general. And they haven't been successful yet, but I thought that it was pretty interesting because I kind of feel like, I kind of thought that she would have been fired. I'm not saying that she should be, because I definitely don't think that she should be fired just for having an opinion, but we know how vocal social justice warriors can be online. We know how loud Karens can be online, and Karens really don't like Gina Carano. So I have this feeling in the back of my head like, wow, I'm surprised, you know, a good actress that's opinionated has actually lasted so long in a franchise, and now there's a rumor coming out that Jon Favreau was actually the one protecting her, and he's kind of the reason why they've kept her around and why they haven't kicked her to the curb. And we know how social justice Lucasfilm has been with Star Wars. I mean, we've even seen like the High Republic, how that is going and how many people dislike that. So yeah, those are the topics that we have on the menu for tonight. Before we get into them, hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. I hope that you're all doing good. I sense a disturbance in the force and I likey. Damn. They think she's a Trump supporter. Either way, if she was or if she wasn't, I don't think that that's a reason to cancel someone. Everyone deserves to have their own opinion, and everyone deserves to voice their own opinion. I don't think that someone should be canceled just for having their own opinion. I mean, there are plenty of people who I disagree with that I say, hey, good for you, have your own damn opinion. But not everyone can think like me, so I guess I'm the odd one out. EA or no EA, I want games set in George Lucas' Star Wars, none of this Disney trilogy shit. True. Jon Favreau is a good guy. There's actually a lot of people that don't like Favreau for multiple reasons, but there's actually a lot of people that don't like him. Which, it's not like he's ever done anything like offensive or done anything that would like get him into really hot water with people that wouldn't like him, but there are a lot of people that dislike him. Most SJW criticisms of Gina Carano were petty woke bullshit. The big problem that I have with people who say they don't like Gina Carano is the fact that they're taking like a statement, right? And they're spreading it as far as they can. They're taking like one line that she said and they're misinterpreting it and misrepresenting it. And then of course you have the people that only read headlines on social media that go, oh my god, she made one statement that could be misconstrued as something. Oh my gosh, cancel her. You have all those people that don't actually do research and don't actually look into things deeper than the title of a freaking article. And then you have all those people who take one statement and then twist it and twist its meaning. It's disgusting. And I mean, it's not like it only happens with her, because it definitely happens with a ton of actors and a ton of actresses. But it's disheartening to see. It's really shitty to see happen. Favreau stuff is still working in the Disney Star Wars universe, never forget. Gina Carano is an actress. Yeah. Yeah, she is an actress. She is an actress, yeah. Hey Vera, everyone, been a while. Welcome to the stream. Jon Favreau is a good balancer in what Star Wars need the most right now. I think that Star Wars needs more than someone who can balance the good with what we deem as the bad. I know that there are people out there like the SJWs who think that their opinion is the most important, whatever. What I'm going to deem as the good Star Wars and what I'm going to deem as the bad Star Wars, we need more than just someone who can balance the good and the bad. We need someone who can do more good, like way more good, like 80% good, and leave like the bad in like the 20% range. We need someone who can change the tide of freaking Star Wars, and I don't know if that's gonna be Jon Favreau. I think that he's definitely done a good job so far with Star Wars. I think that he definitely is a good creative, but I feel like he's good. We need someone amazing, and he's really good. But I guess we're gonna have to see. I mean, as long as he can, you know, keep doing what he's doing, that really matters. It does a lot. So hi guys. Hi. Hello. It's a Wednesday. I know it's a Wednesday. I know. I usually don't stream on Wednesdays, but it's fine. It's only one Wednesday. Watch me stream again next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. Jon Favreau knows how to handle Kathleen Kennedy so she doesn't ruin his shows. I feel like yes, but we really don't know how much he could handle Miss Wicked Witch of the West herself. We don't really know. Because even though, yes, The Mandalorians had 2 great seasons, things could always change. Let's keep that in mind. When it comes to directors and producers, they can always 180. We just have to hope that Jon Favreau doesn't. So, all right, you guys, we are going to get started with the first topic of the night now. I like Bryan Cranston. A lot of you guys probably like Bryan Cranston. He is such a big name in Hollywood and just the entertainment industry in general. He's been in a lot of good shows, a lot of good movies. He's just overall a really good actor, in my opinion. Just my thoughts. Maybe you disagree. But what makes me truly respect an actor or an actress or a producer, a director, whoever, is when they condemn things like cancel culture. And that is exactly what Bryan Cranston has done. I only have such amazing things to say about him and in this article, this interview that he did where he came out and condemned cancel culture. Too many actors, actresses, directors, producers are afraid of saying how they truly feel about an issue. They're afraid of being canceled themselves. So many people kind of stay silent and don't give their opinions on things. And while I do think that, yeah, it's definitely sometimes understandable why someone wouldn't want to comment on a situation, I think that there are a lot of opinionated people in Hollywood that want to be able to say their own thoughts on issues that don't because they're afraid of being canceled. And Bryan Cranston is basically saying, try to cancel me, I dare you. So Godzilla actor Bryan Cranston condemns cancel culture. Bryan Cranston, who might have been the best part of the 2014 Godzilla movie, recently condemned cancel culture. His condemnation of cancel culture came in an interview with the Associated Press. In a video posted to their Twitter, he stated, "You know we live in this cancel culture of people erring and doing wrong either on purpose or by accident, and there is less forgiveness in our world." It says, "I think we are unfortunately in a coarser environment. I think our societies have become harder and less understanding, less tolerant, and less forgiving." I definitely think that this is true. I feel like people don't forgive very easily at all. You know, when it comes to something like social media, I say it all the time, social media can be a really good thing, but social media can also be a really bad thing, because while it can be a good thing and you can meet different people that you wouldn't have previously met or have chances and opportunities that you wouldn't previously have, I unfortunately feel like the one huge downside to social media is that things, first of all, can be misconstrued and misunderstood. You know, like I had previously said with cases like SJWs and Gina Carano, there are people out there who will take one headline of an article and twist it, or one statement and twist it to fit their narrative and fit what they want it to mean. And that's something that happens on social media all of the time, constantly. People are always looking at things on social media and twisting them to be what they aren't really. And a problem with that is that people are very unforgiving on social media, because nothing can ever be deleted off the internet. And that's definitely a give and take, because I do think that it's, on one hand, good that, like, if you say something, you feel more, I don't know, obligated to say it with your chest and mean what you say, even though people don't do that. And there's always receipts for things. If something's posted on the internet, it probably still exists somewhere else. But on the other hand, it makes it so that people never forgive and never forget and never give other chances. So you could say one thing that you really genuinely don't mean, or you say one thing maybe that you kind of said it, you didn't want to, or you didn't mean to. And then people will never forgive you, because they'll always go, weren't you the guy that said X, Y, and Z that one time? Weren't you that one person who did that one thing? And it's really shitty sometimes that people are so unforgiving. It says, Cranston then questioned, and my question today was, where does forgiveness live in our society? Where can we accept someone's behavior if they are contrite, if they apologize, and they take some responsibility? He added, isn't it possible that forgiveness plays a part in that, and they are welcomed back in and opposed to creating more fences, creating more you're out, you're in, that's it, you make one mistake and gone. I really agree with this. I think that if someone says or does something and they apologize for it and they genuinely mean their apology, I should say, and they genuinely didn't mean to offend you or people, or they genuinely care about being forgiven, and they take responsibility for what they said, I do think that they deserve more than one chance. And it's too many people on social media are like, one chance is more than enough. You blow your shot, you've blown it forever. And I definitely don't agree with that. And I've definitely said it before, I don't agree with the mindset of one chance and that's it. I'm someone who is willing to give people multiple chances, time and time again, chance after chance. And even companies, I say it a lot with companies, shitty companies, or even companies that could do better. Even a company like EA, you know, EA's a really shitty company at this point in time, but I definitely think that they could change and they could do better at some point, maybe down the line. Don't twist my words and say Vera said EA can be saved because they're a great company, because they're definitely not a great company, and maybe they can't be saved. But I'm someone who gives companies and people multiple chances, and I don't agree with the cancel, culture and outrage on social media, like one shot, and if you blow that shot, you're out forever. Everyone's gonna hate you. So it says that he stated, people, whether it's having an impulsive reaction to something and being frightened and doing something wrong and being ostracized for the rest of their lives for something. I think we need to take a second look at that and exhale and realize that asking forgiveness and receiving forgiveness are not weaknesses, but human strengths. It says he beat COVID-19 back in July, and after beating the virus, he announced and recorded himself donating his plasma in order to help combat the pandemic. And it says to ring in the new year, he posted on Instagram telling his followers that he believes better days are ahead of us. He's been really positive on social media. I mean, Bryan Cranston isn't someone who, at least in my opinion, has ever been like super, out there with his opinions or very divisive or very negative. I don't think that he's ever been very negative. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think that he's ever been. He wrote, I honestly believe better days are ahead of us. We're tough, we're resilient, and we have Netflix. I think that, it's just, he's such a casual person and such a casual actor. It says, I hope that you and your family are well, and I mean that in more ways than just physical. I hope you have found a way to navigate through these choppy waters with your emotions, your sanity, and your spirit in good shape, at least as good as possible. Can't ask for more than that. I definitely agree with that. But that's all that the article really has to say. And I feel like his words in the portion of this article, or the interview that he initially did, are just so, like, I don't know, uplifting in a way. Because, again, too many actors and actresses are afraid to really say how they feel. I'm, again, someone who really disagrees with cancel culture. I think that it's really shitty that people can just be canceled for doing one thing deemed as bad by the masses. Fuck cancel culture. I say this all the time, and I am going to say it as many times as I freaking can. But fuck cancel culture. It absolutely sucks. People are canceled over the stupidest shit these days anyway. Half the time you hear about someone getting canceled over something that they did that isn't offensive, isn't problematic, isn't a problem, at least in my opinion. And you know, everyone's got their own opinions, which is fine. I think that it's important that everyone voices how they feel, but when it comes to actors and actresses, more of them need to feel how they say how they genuinely feel. More actors and actresses need to not support cancel culture when it's, you know, suitable for them. Too many actors and actresses do that, where they'll say, oh, haha, don't support something, and then a couple of months later they will support it, or they will say, oh, it's fine, who cares, you know, cancel culture doesn't matter. Like, too many people are like that. But great statement by Bryan Cranston. I will share this article in the stream chat in case you guys want to go and listen to what he said, but that's basically all he said. It was a very short section in the interview he did with the Associated Press, but it was still really good. I support it. I'm cool with it. Go Bryan Cranston. He's a good actor. I like him. I mean, beside this one statement, I've always thought that he was a pretty good actor. I mean, I still think that he's a pretty good actor. It's not like it changed, but it's too bad more actors and actresses don't stand up for what they believe in and for what they feel. There are some actors and actresses out there who say, I don't want to share my own opinions because I want people to be able to view me as a character. You know, if you know me from one show or another or movie and you always want to have that image of me in your head, you go for it. Like, I'm not going to try to divide people. But yeah, good for him. Good for him. Yeah, draw big boobs and they cancel you. True. People get canceled over some of the stupidest shit on social media now. It's so depressing to see. Like, I know that everyone is very, at least everyone here is very against cancel culture, but there's other people out there who think it's the best thing, who, like, try to go on social media just to specifically cancel someone. Like, I don't like this person because of one thing they did 20 years ago. I'm gonna try to cancel them, and it's not cool. It's not it. It's pretty lame, if I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah, that's all that I really had to discuss with that topic. Pretty easy topic. I think going into this, you all knew that my opinion would be go Bryan, fuck cancel culture, but it's okay. I still wanted to talk about it. I gotta talk about good things every once in a while, and his take was a good take. I've actually thought about doing AKA Karens. Yeah, right, too many Karens out there. I've actually considered doing like a video once a week, probably like once a week, where I like compile the good things that happened in the week, something like that. Like, that's a good statement. That is a good actor to support. Just to do stuff like that, you know, good news, positive news. I might do that eventually here. Yeah, too many Karens. A A YouTuber I watch once said that canceling should be reserved for people who have done something truly bad. Let's say. I don't disagree. But even if it comes to things that are, like, illegal, let's look at things that are illegal. After someone's served their sentence, they're supposed to not be judged anymore. You're not supposed to judge someone. Like, if someone does something illegal and they go to jail for it, no matter how long they go to jail for or what it is, it's supposed to be, like, all is forgotten, like, all is forgiven. They're given a second chance, and unfortunately, the way the world works now, no one's truly given a fair second chance when they've done something illegal, because it always haunts them. But even in the case like that, like, after they're, you know, if we're talking about something truly bad, I'd take that as something, like, illegal. Good stuff in 2021, I know. 2021, guys, we have to channel some positive energy, because I have a bad feeling about 2021. Like, just looking at the clock right now and seeing 2021, I have an eerie feeling about it. Unless you're OJ, yeah. If the glove fits, shrink it. At EA, doesn't hold the Star Wars video game exclusivity anymore. Also, NFL should follow the same example. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to that topic. That's gonna be the next topic after this one, after GTA 6. But are there things that you get offended by, Vera? I'm just curious. Like, on social media, not usually, no. Things to get offended by. I don't know, because, like, I feel like the word, like, offended or getting offended by something is just such a joke now. Like, oh, I'm offended by something. There are things that genuinely bother me, but nothing I'd be like, I need to write a strongly worded tweet about this. Alright, guys. So, let's move on to the second topic of the night, which is gonna be Grand Theft Auto 6, the game that isn't gonna come out. Grand Theft Auto 6, the game that maybe we'll get in 10 years. So, listen, okay? Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm trying to think if there's a Grand Theft Auto game that I don't like. Maybe, like, a Grand Theft Auto game that, like, I genuinely hate, and I really don't think that there is one. All of the other Grand Theft Auto games have been pretty good. Like, there's one or two that are maybe iffy, but most of the Grand Theft Auto games have been really good. So we know that 6 is gonna be really good. Now, when it comes to Grand Theft Auto, 5 is still alive and thriving. She is a strong, independent woman that doesn't need a sequel. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a strong, independent woman that doesn't need a 6. But I think that it is inevitable that Grand Theft Auto 6 will happen eventually. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I feel like Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be in, like, 5 years or something. Wow, I actually see someone in chat saying 5 was kind of bad. I don't know. I feel like Grand Theft Auto 5 was pretty good. You know, I didn't think that it was that bad. But, we knew that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to happen eventually. And we don't have really any information about GTA 6. Mainly, I feel like because GTA 6 is still kind of a work in progress as to what they want to do with it. I think that focuses have been elsewhere for the company. I feel like GTA 6 is like one of those things that they're keeping in the back of their minds because Grand Theft Auto 5 is still making them a ton of money. I mean, that game is still selling pretty decently. There's still copies being sold, microtransactions, all those things. They're still making plenty of money off of GTA 5. But GTA 6 is going to happen eventually. GTA 6 is definitely going to be a game one day in the future. I just feel like in 10 years probably. And now there are some rumors coming out about GTA 6 that it could feature a female protagonist. And it says, here's what we know. Now, we don't know a lot, and this rumor is, it's a rumor, so of course take it with a grain of salt. But it says it's been a long time since the presumptions and leaks about GTA 6 have been abounding, and the newest is from multiple reports claiming that one of the protagonists for the game could be a female. It is coming from a lot of different websites. There are a lot of different places and people reporting this is going to be the case, but again, it is just a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. There's no definitive answer if this is gonna happen, but I've actually seen a lot of people who are really iffy on this. So it says, it has been rumored that the game would possibly have many protagonists whose storylines we would be following. Previous leaks suggested that the game will apparently deal with one of the playable protagonists named Ricardo and play their story as a rising drug lord with heavy inspiration from Netflix's Narco series. Rockstar Games, on its part, is keeping rather quiet about their next game. They definitely have been. They haven't really wanted to say anything about it, and that could be for multiple reasons. Number one, they don't want people's expectations to get too high, like a Cyberpunk situation. Or maybe they just genuinely don't have a lot to tell us. But it says now that 2021 is here and the new console generation is well and truly underway with the PS5 and Series X, we're hoping some kind of announcement is coming. Reports suggest that the game is still in its early development, though, meaning that if an announcement does happen, any release date is likely to be a while away yet. Early development could literally mean anything. Early development could be it's still an idea on a piece of paper, or early development could mean they have some of the game built. They have some of the game, you know, they've got the basis, they've got the foundation. They've got, you know, the cake to the frosting. Even though cake is better than frosting, fight me. It says, we still don't have official confirmation and details are thin on the ground, but that hasn't stopped us from kind of talking about the best bits of gossip, talking about those sweet, juicy details, the gossips, the rumors, and facts. That's the thing with GTA 6, is that there's not really any facts besides GTA 6 will be a game and will come out eventually. How do you guys like that fact? That's a fact. It'll come out. It'll be a thing. You'll be able to play it, maybe, in your lifetime. It says the Grand Theft Auto community is hungry for news, and that's resulted in some very interesting theories. That's my problem with something like Grand Theft Auto 6 and talking about it. There are so many theories. Oh my gosh. If you go to the Grand Theft Auto subreddits, whether it's an official one, a fan one, oh my gosh. There are people that are like planning this series, like, oh, Grand Theft Auto 5 went this way, so Grand Theft Auto 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 are obviously gonna follow this type of story. It is nuts. I don't think that I've ever seen a fan base so obsessed with a franchise before, and there are some really obsessive fan bases out there, and fan bases are great. I'm not saying that they're bad, but holy shit, the Grand Theft Auto fan base, they are crazy. I could never imagine coming up with a theory that starts in one way and ends up with aliens, you know, 4 galaxies away. It's crazy. It's a video game, but people are very excited about Grand Theft Auto 6, and I'm glad that people are genuinely looking forward to a game because, as you guys know, over the past, like, couple of years, probably the past, like, 5 years, 5 solid years, video games have been very up and very down. We've gotten some amazing video games. There have been some genuinely amazing games that are just perfection. And then you have something like Anthem or Marvel's Avengers. You had those games that you thought were going to be the sweet spot. You thought that listen to this, guys. Guys, 7 months ago, okay? 7 months ago, you all thought that Cyberpunk was going to be #1 selling game for years. You thought that Cyberpunk 2077 was going to be a game that right now you would still be playing. A month after release. You thought that Cyberpunk 2077 was a game that you would have like 2% of the game beat right now after a month of dedicatedly playing it. You fucking wish. We've had our ups and we've had our downs in gaming, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. It says, obviously, fans were expecting to see something about Grand Theft Auto 6 with the release of the PS5 and Series X, but we all have to go on at a moment, all we have to go on at a moment is yet another port of GTA 5 coming to the PlayStation 5 instead of a sequel. So depressing. Like, I don't play Grand Theft Auto 5, really. I've played GTA 5 in the past. Maybe I'd play it again in the future. It's not a game that I am someone that dedicatedly plays it. There are people out there who all they play is something like Grand Theft Auto 5. And good for you, power to you, stick it to the man. Women power. Even though I'm sure maybe 2 of you in chat are women. Maybe. And that's including me. So maybe 1 of you is a woman, not including me. But I care about Grand Theft Auto 6 existing. I want it to exist. But, like, I feel bad for the people who thought that we were going to get a PlayStation 5 trailer or a Series X trailer for launch and it was going to be, like, Grand Theft Auto 6. That's gotta be so disappointing. Especially after you've spent so much money on GTA 5. You have, like, every edition 4 times over. It's pretty feels bad. I do feel bad for all of you out there still playing GTA 5, just waiting for 6. Waiting to get some sweet information about 6, thinking that 6 was already gonna be out with the release of the new consoles. It says a Kotaku report has claimed that GTA 6, or at least a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, is in early development as of April 2020, and additionally it suggests that Rockstar's internal plans for the game is to release a slightly smaller game and then expand on it through regular updates, and this suggests GTA 6 will build on the success of GTA Online by integrating more live service options. Ew, you don't say that. Ew. Oh, no. No. Guys, I am not interested in that. I don't even care if the game itself is just, it's amazing, it's spectacular, fantastic. When I hear live service, it makes me want to hurl. I can't. We have seen the term live service used on some of the least successful games in gaming. Live service is no. That is not good. But I do like the idea of them putting out a slightly smaller scaled game and updating it over time. I'm personally someone who likes that idea. I know that I'm sure some of you will be like, no, they should release all of the game at once. I would rather them release a base game and then expand on that game and expand on it for, who knows, a couple of years. It's better than having a giant game come out. Like, let's say this is the game, a giant game come out and them just forget about it and them never touch it and be like, okay, we've released one game, on to the next. I don't like that. I would much rather see them take a game, you know, have it be a smaller scale game and then build on it and continue to build on it basically infinitely. Milk that cow dry. No. We do not like milking cows dry. No. What do you mean GTA Online made more money than they ever expected? Why wouldn't they go live service? Because if they fuck it up, it could make less money than they ever expected GTA 6 to make. That's why. Because live service is very risky. That's the thing. If they go for it, I genuinely hope that they do it well. But when it comes to things like live service, they're so miss a lot of the time. They could be good. I'm not saying that live service games can't be good, but a lot of the time they're just so poorly done. Live service equals billing the shit out of you. Exactly. And I feel like there are people that would definitely support GTA 6 if it was live service, but I think a lot of people also wouldn't support it if it was live service. But yeah, there is a rumor right now, because we've gone way off topic. There's a rumor right now circulating that GTA 6 could feature a female protagonist, and there's a lot of people who actually are kind of mad at this. I think that that's stupid to be mad at. I think that having a female protagonist in something is fine. I'm someone who wants to give it a chance. I don't think that Rockstar will mess up Grand Theft Auto if they had a female protagonist. I feel like they're just not that type of company. Yeah, we've seen companies, you know, take a franchise that's male-dominated and switch it to female-dominated, and it's been bad. But I just don't think that Rockstar would do that, especially with a franchise like Grand Theft Auto. They know what they've created. They know the formula that works. And I just don't think they're going to stray from that. But that's all that I really had to discuss with this topic. It's only a small rumor. It's not confirmed. It has come from multiple different sources, though. So maybe it's true. It could definitely be true. We're going to have to see. We're gonna have to see, but I'm gonna move on to the next topic in just a minute. It was a short topic, but I still wanted to mention it. I think that having a female protagonist is fine. I've seen some people be pretty mad at it. I think it's kind of silly to be mad at. We don't even know if it's confirmed. We don't know what they would do with it. We don't know if it would work, if it would be bad, if it would be good. It might be amazing. Also, I can't fit. Where's the text for this? I can't fit the whole title in. I'm sorry, chat. You're just gonna have to look at this. The title, I could zoom it out a ton. I guess I could zoom it out while I'm reading the title. Holy shit. 25%. Yeah, I still can't. Okay. Well, chat, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Hi, chat. I'm curious if they will make her attractive or frumpy. Again, I think they know the formula that works and that their audience likes, and I really don't think that they're going to stray from that. Maybe they would. I just don't think so. I mean, as long as the female is decent and well written, along with having a male playable character as an option, that will be perfect in my book. I'm someone who thinks that having the two options is better than having one option a lot of the time. I do think that it is perfectly fine for a company to want to go into a project and have only one gender. I think that that's perfectly fine for them to say we want it to be a set male or a set female, like Tomb Raider or like The Last of Us, where, you know, there was Joel and then there was Ellie. But I think that if you're going to have a game that has a lot of flexibility like Grand Theft Auto, I think that you can definitely do the two options and it will be perfectly fine. I would like that. Rockstar should do a Karen sim. Honestly, I would love that. We need a Karen simulator game. There's not a Karen simulator game yet, is there? I don't think that there is. I mean, there might be a Karen simulator game. I just don't think that there is. Really quickly though, before we move on to the next topic of the night, if you guys are enjoying the live stream, please make sure to give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way. I'm surprised there's 80 of you here on a Wednesday. Guys, it's Wednesday. What are you doing with your lives? You guys used to tell me I'm busy on Wednesdays. I can't watch live streams on Wednesdays. Press X to re, I'll X to re. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. Appreciate your support either way. Consider donating via Streamlabs. The link is in the description, and it is also in chat. Yes, I will post it in chat again. But yeah, consider donating. Subscribe. Because YouTube has wiped, like, I don't know, 500 subscribers off of my channel in the past month. It's more like 400. YouTube's wiped 400 subscribers off of my account the past month. It's pretty depressing. I don't want to talk about it. That triggers me. That offends me. YouTube is holding back a female creator. YouTube is being mean to a female creator. Alright guys, so let's move on to the next topic of the night. Now, I'm not going to read this whole article because this article is pretty long, it is pretty detailed, but as a lot of you have heard, There's some good news, kind of, when it comes to Star Wars video games. EA's Star Wars exclusivity is over. Praise the Lord, but don't praise it too hard because you don't want to ruin the chances we have at the next game being good. Because if you hope for something too much, it could cause negative effects. So Lucasfilm Games' new partnership means the galaxy's the limit. It says today, Lucasfilm Games announced that it's entering a partnership with Ubisoft, or Ubisoft. I've never called them Ubisoft, by the way. Ubisoft. Someone yelled at me in my comments in one of my last videos, and they were like, when I talked about Ubisoft, and they're like, Ubisoft, you're pronouncing it wrong. Okay, Karen, sorry. Just kind of pronouncing it the way I've pronounced it for, I don't know, my whole life. With Ubisoft to create an open-world Star Wars game. The title will be developed by Ubisoft's Massive Entertainment, marking the first time that a company outside of EA has produced a Star Wars game since Disney acquired Lucasfilm in 2012, ending nearly 8 years of exclusivity. 8 years is a lot, surprisingly. I was trying to think of partnerships in the gaming industry, and of course, we know that EA's got some of the best partnerships that there are. We see things from EA Sports, we saw this, but 8 years is actually quite a lot for exclusivity when it comes to two companies, Lucasfilm Games and EA. Thank you for the donation. Much appreciated.
Has just donated $20.
Thank you for the $20
for the consider donating donation fund.
Hey, thank you. It says, let's start with Star Wars. Development on this new title is still very early. Massive is still recruiting for the project even, so details are sparse. The director of The Division 2 and the crew will serve as the game's creative director, and the title will use Massive's Snowdrop engine. And beyond that, Lucasfilm Games hasn't revealed anything about the characters or setting within the Star Wars universe that the game will feature. So yeah, unfortunately, we've got absolutely no information about this new Star Wars title, besides the fact that it's going to be Ubisoft doing it. Yeah, everyone's laughing. Ubisoft. Yeah, no. I'm gonna start calling it that, just a fucking meme. So all we really know is that they're partnering with Ubisoft to create an open world Star Wars game. My problem is the term open world can literally mean anything these days. Open world could mean just so many things, because open world used to mean giant games. Oh my gosh, so much space. You could do whatever you want. Unfortunately, we see a lot of games, I feel like these days, say they're open world and they're not really open world. I do think, though, that they could do it properly. We're talking about Ubisoft. They're a giant company. They are experienced. I don't know how I feel about the creative director. He was the director of The Division 2 and the crew. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, The Division 2 was a pretty bad. It was like a 6 out of 10, and the crew was good. I just feel like I never got in with the crew. Like, the crew was never a game for me. So I don't want to judge it too badly just because it was never a game that I was super interested in. But I feel like maybe the creative director isn't the best choice. I don't know. He might do a fucking fantastic job. He might do amazing. I'm not trying to say he's gonna fail it instantly. But it says this announcement follows yesterday's news that Lucasfilm is partnering with Bethesda, aka Microsoft, to create an Indiana Jones title, the first non-Star Wars AAA game out of Lucasfilm in years. I'm actually pretty interested in this. I love Indiana Jones, but I feel like any sort of video game having to do with Indiana Jones just hasn't been it. And there haven't been many. Like, how many Indiana Jones games has there actually been? Indiana Jones video game. Like, how many? besides Lego ones. I feel like, well, I guess we have to count Lego ones because, like, that's basically it. Okay, well, there was, like, the Super Nintendo one. Yeah, that one. And then there's the Lego ones. What are the other ones? Just all the ones based off of the movies? Nintendo DS. Okay, yes. Game of the century. The Nintendo DS Indiana Jones game. I just feel like for Indiana Jones games, there's just not a lot there. And I feel like there could be so much better. There could be so much more. Why did it take them this long to do an Indiana Jones title? Like a AAA, non-Star Wars Lucasfilm game. They're all trash. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, is that there's not a lot. I had the one on the Atari 2600, it sucked. Yeah, there's just not a lot there. So for Indiana Jones games, like, I could see this being amazing. Bethesda has a lot on their plate already, though. I mean, Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, Indiana Jones? I mean, Indiana Jones could be really good. It says the move marks a seismic shift for Lucasfilm's approach to gaming, widening the tent for developers that want to create games using Lucasfilm franchises, particularly in the Star Wars universe. As I always have to do whenever we talk about anything Star Wars video game related, Knights of the Old Republic Remake, Knights of the Old Republic Remake, Knights of the Old Republic Remaster, Knights of the Old Republic Remake, Knights of the Old Republic 3, Knights of the Old Republic Remake. When are we getting him? How about that? Knights of the Old Republic. Maybe if I say it enough, I can channel it. I can send so much energy to get Knights of the Old Republic Remake. It says EA had previously suggested that the company would have exclusivity on Star Wars games for 10 years. While EA will keep making games in the future, but Lucasfilm Games is free to seek other partners, it's also possible, even likely, that the upcoming Ubisoft Star Wars game will launch after the EA exclusivity agreement ends in about 2 more years. My thing is that I really want Jedi Fallen Order 2. Jedi Fallen Order was a great game. It was really good. I think that was genuinely a game that came out, what was it, the end of 2019? It was December 2019, or was it January or February 2020? Whenever it came out, it was definitely an amazing freaking game. It had to be. It was November 2019. Right. November 2019. I just remembered. It was genuinely one of the best games I've played in the past couple of years. Like, it was great. It was such good content. It was just unfortunate that it was so short. It was 10 hours, but I just expected more content in Jedi Fallen Order. Either way, it was good. In my opinion, I have a feeling people in chat are going to be like, Jedi Fallen Order, maybe not. I thought it was great. I should replay it. I should replay that. Definitely. But it says EA has been and will continue to be a very strategic and important partner for us now and going forward. The senior VP of Global Games and Interactive Experiences at Disney told Wired. But we did feel like there's room for others.
I did more than just consider this time, laughing face.
Thank you for the $20 donation. Much appreciated. But honestly, guys, we don't know anything else about these games. And this article just talks about the same thing over and over. Maybe I should have found a better article, and I didn't. It says in 2013, Disney laid off 150 employees at LucasArts, ending in-house game development. The rationale at the company was that the move would minimize the company's risk while achieving a broader portfolio of quality of Star Wars games. And then it kind of talks about the downfall of LucasArts, you know, Disney acquiring Star Wars. I don't want to talk about all of that in this live stream because I actually want to make a video on that. Not like tomorrow or the next day, but I mean in the future. I want to do a dedicated video talking about LucasArts and the downfall of LucasArts, and then, of course, Disney purchasing Star Wars and Lucasfilm and everything that happened. But that's all the information that we know right now. There are absolutely, like, 2 things of information. There are absolutely no informations in sight, basically. All we know is that there is going to be a new Indiana Jones game by Bethesda, and there is going to be an open world Star Wars game by Ubisoft. Ubisoft. That's how you say it, apparently. I got told. What do you guys think about this? I feel like these could be really good or really mediocre games. I don't want to prematurely judge. I don't want to go on a tangent about them potentially being bad. But I just feel like out of all of the companies that you could work with in the gaming industry, Ubisoft? I'm not impressed with Ubisoft lately. I used to like Ubisoft a lot, actually. Just all of their recent products have just been mediocre. They've just been really bad. I don't know. Maybe the Indiana Jones game and Star Wars game will be amazing. I'm not gonna judge. How do you guys feel about it? Lucasfilm's games is pretty much LucasArts rebooted. Yeah. For a lot. Yeah. I'd say yeah. I just want KOTOR 3 ideally not made by EA BioWare. Who do you want to make the game then? KOTOR 3 basically exists. It's the MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic. The MMO, if you play the Jedi Knight storyline, it's basically KOTOR 3. Revan's in it. You do stuff with Revan and HK, and Satele Shan is, a thing, and yeah, it's a thing. I mean, it's not exactly KOTOR 3, but it's basic. It's as close as we're gonna get to KOTOR 3, I think. I would personally rather them remake KOTOR 1. I would rather them remake KOTOR 1 than get KOTOR 3. That's my hot take for the night. A KOTOR 1 remake would be much better than KOTOR 3. Ubisoft made Immortals, Phoenix Rising, and I've really been liking it.
Todd has just donated $25.
Hey, thank you for the $25.
Todd's rule, Karen's rule.
You just had to go and pat yourself on the back with the donation, Todd? Really? Okay, chat. What do you think? Do Todd's rule and Karen's drool? I'm gonna switch that around. Karen's rule, Todd's drool. Thank you for the $25 donation, Todd. And 4 minutes ago, I'll say it again. Thank you, Oren, for the $20 donation. Much appreciated, you guys. Todd's rule and Karen's drool. I do agree that Karen's drool, but I haven't even seen Todd talk in chat, so that kind of drools. I want KOTOR on PlayStation so I can finally play it. KOTOR is an amazing game. Vera equals no faith in KOTOR 3. No, I don't have any faith. I don't have any faith that they could do it right. Nope. Karen's drool. Hey, Drunk. How you doing? Guys, soon I'm going to be doing a live stream with Drunk 3PO. That's the only information I have. I just leaked it. Guys, spread it on Twitter. Say it's a rumor. I just started a rumor. It's rumored that I'm going to be doing a live stream with Drunk 3PO soon. And that he lost a bet to me in his live stream. He told me, if I win this game of Fortnite, you have to play Fortnite on a live stream with me. And I said, if you lose, you have to play Call of Duty with me. And he lost twice. I gave him another chance because I'm such a generous person, and Drunk 3PO lost twice. Just a rumor, though. I'll take chances on KOTOR 3. I don't know. I feel really mixed because it's like I would like KOTOR 3. Knights of the Old Republic remake. Knights of the Old Republic remake. KOTOR 1 remake. KOTOR 1 remake. If I say it enough, It will happen. I'm confident in saying that it will happen. Knights of the Old Republic remake. Okay, we need to move on to the last topic of the night. Oh no. I'm talking about drunk 3PO literally channels Gina everywhere he goes, doesn't he? He literally channels her. He channels her. Hey, Todd's in chat. Cool, I would watch that live stream. Wow, Todd, nice of you to stop by. Thank you again for the donation. I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay, guys, so we're going to move on to the last topic of the night, which is about Gina Carano. Now, I've said it a bunch of times, as a lot of you guys know, I really like Gina Carano. I think that she's a great actress. I think that she's got such a great personality, and I just think that she did a great job as Cara freaking Dune in The Mandalorian. But as you all know, there are a lot of Karens out there who really don't like Gina Carano and twist her words. They see a statement from her and literally twist it as much as humanly possible. She will say one thing and they will twist it to the ends of the earth to make her look like a bad person. And there is a bit of a rumor going on that Jon Favreau is protecting Gina Carano from being fired. Now, I'm going to say it again. I really like Gina Carano, but I'm actually surprised that she hasn't been fired yet. And I don't say that in a bad way, but she is opinionated as hell. And we know opinionated actors and actresses don't last in Hollywood. Everyone fires them and they go nowhere. Their careers are literally over just for having a human opinion. And she is very opinionated. She is. I have always wondered, the past couple months I've been wondering, how is she still in Star Wars? She's so opinionated. And so many people think that that's bad, and I think that it's great that she says her own opinions. But it says a new rumor claims that the Mandalorian executive producer Jon Favreau is protecting actress Gina Carano from others inside of Lucasfilm who want her fired. I will actually be doing a video on this tomorrow. I'm going to do a full video because I got lots of thoughts on it. Thank you, Frank, for the $10 donation. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. It says, this new rumor comes from WDW Pro at Pirates and Princesses and follows months of Twitter activists and even Lucasfilm employees targeting Carano. Now, I just want to point out that this is a rumor coming from Pirates and Princesses. They've made a lot of speculation about Star Wars over the past couple of months, and there's been a lot of rumors coming out of Pirates and Princesses. A lot of them haven't come true. Yes, it did, Frank. Thank you. And a lot of them we haven't heard anything about. So, of course, take it with a grain of salt. You know, I do think that it's important to point out that it is coming from Pirates and Princesses, but at the same time, I'm definitely not saying that it's not true. I'm not drunk 3PO, and I don't have a follow from Gina Carano. No, she doesn't follow me. Fake news? Well, I still think that it's a very believable rumor. Just because there's so many people that do dislike her. It says Twitter activists claiming to be the Mandalorian fans have been after Carano for months. Back in August 2020, they accused the former Strikeforce fighter of racism after she shared an anti-Nazi photo. Following the sharing of this image, numerous individuals targeted Carano, demanding she use the term ACAB or all cops are bastards. Carano wasn't having any of it and called those targeting her cowards. I did actually talk about this. I've talked about a lot of the situations with Gina Carano just because I do like her. But she said, "Dear trolls, make sure you keep checking in from all of those other 12 fake accounts, cowards. I'm glad you stopped following me. It's like the trash took itself out." She would then double down and say, "In my experience, screaming at someone that they are a racist when they are indeed not a racist, and any point / or research you do will show you those exact facts. Then I'm sorry, these people are not educators, they are cowards and bullies." So of course then, one person questioned her, so all that shit just to come to the conclusion you're racist? This would just be the first of a number of occasions these so-called Mandalorian fans targeted Carano. People all the time. Target Gina Carano. She is targeted by literally so many people. So many people just like have this thing against her, and I don't know why so many people dislike Gina. She's a pretty good actress. She was a pretty good fighter. She's a human. She's got her own opinion. Why is being opinionated a bad thing these days? It says in September they would try a different tactic and accuse her of transphobia simply because she refused to put pronouns in her Twitter bio. Again, it's ridiculous. They take one thing that she doesn't do or does do, and they twist it to mean whatever they want. So she doesn't put pronouns in bio. Oh my gosh, that must mean she's transphobic. It is disgusting, the links that some people will go to on social media. It says these Twitter activists would not be deterred. They would then try again and try to get Carano fired by trending #FireGinaCarano. Continuing down though, because I've already talked about a lot of this in videos, it says, and it's not just Twitter activists, actual Lucasfilm employees have gotten in the act. Disney Star Wars is Dumb reported earlier this month that Star Wars designer Paul Harding claimed that Carano shows outright support for bigots. Now, this new rumor claims that Carano would have actually been fired from The Mandalorian already if it weren't for Jon Favreau. WDW Pro claims, I'm told that the feeling inside of Lucasfilm is generally disdain for Carano as well. I think that this is pretty obvious. We didn't need someone telling us in a rumor that this is true, because we kind of already knew that this was true, that a lot of people at Lucasfilm didn't like her, and we knew this because there are just so many people that have come out and said, screw Gina Carano, we don't like Gina Carano. There's a lot of people, even at Lucasfilm, who have come out, like this article had said, who have outright, said their opinion about Gina, saying, I don't like her, we're never gonna like her, she doesn't fit in, blah blah blah, which is ridiculous. He goes on then to claim that it is Jon Favreau who is preventing her from being fired. The problem for all of those who hate Carano based on her worldview and political positions is that Jon Favreau isn't publicly political, and word on the street is he doesn't care one iota for the divisiveness. Also, thank you, Oron, for the $50 donation with no message. Much appreciated. WDW Pro then claims that Carano would indeed be fired if she wasn't working on The Mandalorian under Favreau. If Carano was employed in any other part of Lucasfilm, she'd be gone, and she would have been gone long ago. On one hand, we broke donations? What do you mean you broke donations? You just didn't put a message. It popped up. Thank you for the $50 donation. On one hand, I really do believe this, because she is opinionated, and we know how Lucasfilm is now. Lucasfilm sounds like they're very divided internally. You've got the people at Lucasfilm who are doing things like The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, who genuinely care about the fan base, and then you have the people at Lucasfilm who are writing things like The High Republic, who don't actually love Star Wars or care about Star Wars, who just aren't good writers or creatives. And everyone does have their own political opinions, which, I'm going to say it, everyone deserves to have their own opinions, and they can voice their own opinions. But we know that Lucasfilm does seem to lean one way politically. He writes, the question now is whether or not Favreau can protect her. She's an integral part of the series, and firing her would essentially indicate the conservatives can be purged from Hollywood in a step beyond what we've already seen, blacklisting. I do definitely think that that there are people being purged already, though, from Hollywood, which is the problem, is that there are tons of people being purged from Hollywood that are conservatives, which is shitty, and it's a shame that people are being purged just because of their political opinions. They should be maybe fired or kicked out of Hollywood. I don't want to say kicked out of Hollywood.
Has just donated $25.
But thank you for the $25.
Testing. Are donations broken?
No, you just didn't type anything. I think that, maybe people should be fired from their roles in movies because they just aren't good actors or aren't good actresses, not because they have a specific political opinion. But that's all that the article really says, and those are the only rumors that we're hearing right now. On one hand, I kind of don't believe them, just because, you know, it is coming from a source that their rumors haven't been true thus far, but at the same time, I do kind of believe that this could be true, because we know that Gina Carano is opinionated. We know that Gina Carano sticks up for herself, and she's not afraid to kick anyone to the curb that says they don't like her opinion. She is willing to say, if you don't like my opinion, that's nice. Get lost. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. And a lot of people that we know are at Lucasfilm don't like actors and actresses like that. So it's just a rumor. I will be making a video on it tomorrow. I'm 50-50 with it. I do tend to believe, though, that someone could be protecting her. Whether it's Jon Favreau or not, I don't know. I don't have any inside information, but that's all that I really had to discuss in the stream. We talked about Jon Favreau and Gina Carano. We talked about Lucasfilm Games' new partnerships with Ubisoft and Bethesda. Why did I forget? We talked about GTA 6 and Bryan Cranston condemning cancel culture. We are going to move to the Q&A portion of the live stream. So if you guys have any questions or topics you'd like me to discuss or answer, please feel free to put them into the chat now. I will hang out for a couple more minutes before we end the live stream. It's been an eventful night, that's for sure. Thank you guys for your donations. Oron, Frank, Todd, thank you guys a ton. Much appreciated. Fire Pedro, you can put anyone without raging TDS behind the mask. My problem is that he is a good actor. He's good in The Mandalorian. I don't want to just fire someone because they have a political opinion. I don't want someone to be fired because they have an opinion, or else I'd be a fucking hypocrite. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm not saying that you guys in chat are hypocrites. I'm saying if I said that, because I'm someone who is openly vocal saying don't fire people for their political opinions, why would I say fire someone with their with a specific political opinion just because, you know?
John donated $3. Wonder Woman 1984 is a masterpiece.
Thank you for the donation. Appreciated. Wonder Woman 1984 isn't a masterpiece. Pedro Pascal is a pretty good actor. I think that he's done good. Do I agree with all of his opinions? Hell fucking no. But do I want him fired because he has political opinions? No. I don't. No. I think that if he's going to be fired, he should be fired because he's not doing a good job for the character or the series in general. Vera, you mentioned doing a WandaVision premiere live stream. Is that still happening? Yes. So WandaVision comes out on Friday. Fucking calendar. Okay, it comes out on Friday. All Friday will be watching WandaVision, and then Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, yeah. Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be here live streaming on the channel. I'm probably going to be playing Call of Duty, and I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on WandaVision, and then the next day, I'm going to be putting up a video talking about WandaVision. I'm not going to be, like, actually live streaming any of the show, because copyright and stuff, but Friday, WandaVision comes out. I'll be watching it all through the day, and then at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be live streaming probably some Call of Duty and talking about it, just like I did with Wonder Woman 1984. And then on Saturday, I'll have a video up with my thoughts on WandaVision. Did you finish Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story? No, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be live streaming Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story. It actually might be 8. Probably 8 o'clock, yeah. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I keep forgetting it's Wednesday. It's been a rough week, guys. Let me be honest. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be streaming Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story, and I will be finishing the game. It isn't? Question mark? What? Don't get fired? Get fired from what? Conclusion, Pedro's best role to the date has been Oberon. Prince Oberon he did a really great job in Game of Thrones. He did a great job in Game of Thrones. I think that he's done a really good job in The Mandalorian too, though. If I'm being honest, I think that he's a pretty good actor. I don't agree with all of his political opinions, and that's fine. I don't have to. It's his own opinion, but I feel like just my problem with the way that he does things, though, is that it's perfectly fine for actors and actresses to have political opinions, but it's the way that you talk about them, which is extremely important. When you're a social media influencer or you have any sort of influence on social media, I think that it is extremely important to be aware of your audience and how divisive you can be. And I feel like being respectful is the most important thing. And he's not very respectful to the people with different political opinions than his. We did it. We did what? 2 streams back to back, 3. It's Wednesday. I stream tonight. I'm streaming tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Friday, I'm streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm taking Saturday off. And then I'll be streaming Sunday into Monday. Maybe Tuesday. Probably not. Probably not Wednesday. Who knows? We're going to have to see. But 3 days in a row, yeah. Capcom is Crapcom again. They've always been Crapcom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame. When you're extreme about your views is when it's bad, whether it's left wing or right wing. I'm not gonna say that someone in their opinions are wrong, because I definitely don't want to do that, but it's the way that you voice them, which can be wrong. And Pedro Pascal is someone who definitely voices his opinions in a wrong way. He needs to realize he does have an audience, he does have an influence, and he can be very divisive with what he says. So when he's saying, you know, when he's comparing Trump supporters to fucking Nazis, that's a problem. Like, that's wrong. You shouldn't be comparing, like, Trump supporters to, like, Nazis. That's disgusting. Oberon was basically a more mature ego. True! I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it that way. You killed my father. Prepare to freaking die. 3 streams. I see you are working hard. Well, I didn't stream Monday. And I didn't stream Tuesday. So I thought I had to stream, finally. I've just been busy. Very busy. People can disagree without hating / shitting on each other. I agree with that. I agree with that. It just doesn't happen anymore. Very true. Big problem. Big problem? Huh? I am excited for WandaVision, though, yeah. I've seen the early reviews for it, because, like, reviewers got to see the first 3 episodes. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty interesting, but I don't really trust reviewers. Pablo is friends with Gina. You can be friends with whoever the hell you can be friends with whoever the hell you want to be friends with. I could not talk there. Those were words. Those were very big words. My best friend is a leftist, and we are still close. Civil War, the brother against brother. Huh? The brother against brother? What is the big true? Everything's the big true. What are you referring to? Are you dressing up as Wanda? No. No, I am not. Alright, you guys. So I am going to end the live stream here. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight. I do very much so appreciate it. Again, I will be live streaming tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I will be finishing Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story. And then on Friday, I will be streaming at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I will be playing some Call of Duty while we talk about WandaVision, my thoughts on the show so far, and just kind of my initial impressions. And then on Saturday, I'll be putting up a video on WandaVision. But tomorrow I will have a video up at 10 a.m. Eastern. I will be talking about this article that is on screen. Jon Favreau rumored to be protecting the Mandalorian actor Gina Carano from being fired. But thank you all so much for stopping by tonight. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the live stream, please make sure to give it a like and share it. If you didn't, give it a dislike. You know, we should start sharing live stream VODs more. I feel like if you're here for the live stream, that's cool. But I feel like a lot of people don't watch live streams back. Maybe that's just because it's, you know, it's hard to watch live streams back. But I feel like the Monday night streams / Tuesday / tonight it's Wednesday, so it's not even Monday or Tuesday, we could totally rewatch those. So you should share it. But make sure to give the stream a like if you enjoyed, a dislike if you didn't enjoy. Consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month. I appreciate all of the support. And make sure to follow me on social media. All of our social media are in the description. I have like Twitter, Minds. I have a Twitch that I don't plan on streaming to anytime soon, but it's still linked in case you want to follow it, in case I get purged from YouTube. My BitChute isn't in the description. I forgot to put it in there, but the BitChute will be there soon. Our Discord server is there as well. But thank you all so much for stopping by, and have a fantastic night, everyone.